NPC. We'll start. Alright. This is going to be long and strenuous. We're going to do two of these things.
Why? They're both like the kind of movies that don't need much said about them.
Two in the same one, or we're actually doing two different ones?
Two different ones. So this will be the NPC Colistseeum episode 28. I'm your host, Kane. To my left, Missy.
Howdy, hi.
To her right, Aaron.
What's up?
To his front right, Martin.
Front
What?
right.
To the north.
He is...
Fucking weird.
Is he north right? No, you're northwest right now.
You say north, right?
North right?
I'm right left.
Wait, and your political views? You stop
Are you
playing
doing
with
that
that
in the
adult toy.
mic?
Leave your flashlight at home, please.
I don't know what kind of flashlights
Yeah,
you
you
could buy.
can take the peas out and
Yeah, it's
put
like a
your
multi-purpose.
penis in.
You can give it to it while it gives it to you. Alright, thank you to our patrons. God knows why you support this. If you're a free listener, God knows why you're listening to this. Alright, what is the movie?
Which one? Oh,
First one.
Black Dynamite.
Yep.
I need the thing to play. It's
Dynamite.
dynamite.
Dynamite. It's great.
It's a good old Black Dynamite. Hopefully I didn't forget anything else. If I did.
What do you mean forget anything else? It's Black Dynamite. That's the name.
Yeah, no, I just meant all the other stuff.
Oh yeah, you forgot stuff because there was nothing. You did barely anything else.
You forgot all the things.
What things? On here, it looks like I hit everything.
Mm-hmm.
Probably did. I wasn't
Like,
really
favorite,
listening.
subscribe, share, review if you want. I don't know. Ah, fucking no, leave me alone.
we're just here because we have to be.
Everyone tweet at Martin. On his Twitter.
Actually, yeah, I guess we could do that. I am Hardfrog on Twitter. Missy is Missy Dom. Or you can check our Twitter out, the Screen Slaves.
No, don't find me on Twitter. I'm not friendly.
It's really not.
Not a friendly person either.
Yes, I am. I'm a delight. I greet
I'm a
people at
delight.
the door.
Turkish delight.
This is a delight.
Hey,
It's so clammy.
A Turkish delight.
stop it. Alright. So this was my choice. This was Black Dynamite. This movie was made in 2009. It was probably made before that. It was released in 2009.
It was
It got a 7.4 on IMDb, 83 on Rotten Tomatoes, 3.8 for Letterboxd. The fuck who they are?
What is that?
What
I
happened
don't
to
know.
that other guy, that Richard guy? Or
Edgar-
whatever?
Letterboxd replaced him.
Yeah,
One
because
day.
he's dead. Fuck off. We're podcasting.
You just hear footsteps walking away. I'm dying.
And 94% on Google Liked. On Google Liked. Yeah.
Yeah. Google liked. It's a new service
All right.
by us.
Director Scott. No one cares. It had a budget of 2.9 million, and a box office it only made pretty much 300,000.
Yeah. So, success in anyone's books.
It is not a success. It is quite the flop. And I kind of feel like there was a reason it was a flop. I'm not sure if this movie even had advertisement.
How would you advertise it? It's something.
I feel like if it was advertised, it might not have been understood, I guess is the best way.
I
No.
never heard of it.
Because that. Oh, what was it? The Kung Pao? That's similar, like, silliness
Yeah, I
about
guess.
it.
Less racist. But
Less racist.
This
similarly-
isn't racist.
This
It's a
movie
black
is,
guy doing it.
this movie
It's
is
a play. If it was a white guy pretending in blackface,
Oh yeah.
then that, yeah, all right, it's probably racist.
This is
Still watch it.
like, I don't know how Black Panther did so well and this didn't. You know what I mean?
I know, right?
Black Panther.
Like maybe if this had a cinematic universe leading up to something.
Animals are more important to people than dynamite.
I guess.
Dynamite rights.
What the fuck?
I know, this has got everything, man. Like, he fights
This-
the president.
This alright. This starts off as just like this former CIA agent whose brother gets killed on a fucking undercover mission.
Through no fault of his own.
He pretty much gave up himself. Oh no, wait, we found out the other guy tipped him off anyway, so.
Yeah. But
And then it
didn't
leads,
fucking-
yeah, it escalates
Yeah.
from involving just like normal drug dealing to the Chinese to the president. Like, it could have been. This movie ends like 3 times. The real
It
question
shouldn't
is,
have ended. It
Ah.
should have kept going.
I guess I should say it is starring Michael J. White.
Jay White.
Yeah, I like to call it Jay, but I found out it's pronounced Jai. So
Are you sure?
yes,
No.
it is. Yeah, we had the same conversation. You got upset over it.
No. If you're just like saying his initial, then we can say whatever the fuck we want.
Okay, just the middle J.
Michael J. White.
Is it like Homer J? What else has he done? He's done a bunch of things that I love.
I can't say Michael Jai. That's doing my head in. Thinking about having to
Michael
say it.
J. White.
Jai White?
J. White?
Let's not do it.
You'll
Say
know
it, man.
No.
Michael J.
You
White.
should look at his I don't know, was it called cinema
Yeah, that's what I'm on right now.
filmography?
I was gonna say the most probably notable thing he's from.
Oh, they're the things you think of. They're the things that you can think of him in. Everything else in between is like, wow, I've never heard of that.
No, but I mean, like, if anyone was listening to this, the only thing people may have seen him in is probably the Never Back Down series, which was kind of popular when it came out,
Yeah.
and Universal Soldier, which was popular in its time.
Yeah, but he was skinny as fuck back then. I didn't realize that was him.
He was perfect. His body is incredible in that
His
movie.
face was really thin.
Oh yeah, his face is thin as fuck in that
Like,
movie.
what was he, like, 16?
I wonder if we can go. Gonna do that to me.
Universal
There we go.
Soldier.
Universal Soldier. Yeah, that doesn't even look like him.
No, that's not. Didn't know that was him.
Like, it's because he doesn't even have the moustache, though. That makes a huge difference. He's clean shaven.
Oh yeah.
That's really weird looking.
To be fair, if we're comparing him to Black Dynamite,
He should never clean shave.
you think you should always keep facial hair?
Yeah.
Like that one? Just, oh, we're going somewhere, people. Not his workout routine. I just want to
Michael
see the
J.
man's
White.
body. I don't want to see how he got the body.
You're such a perv.
Yeah.
In what is it, Universal Soldier, his muscle is like dense as fuck. in that. Because he was supposed to be created as like the perfect body.
Perfect Soldier.
Because
Universal Soldier one.
the AI gets put into him. You're a fuckhead. I like the Universal Soldiers movies. They're good. I
Oh,
might make
right.
them my next pick.
He
Anyway.
should be like edited out, and he should redo it now with the way he looks now. Because I don't like the way he looks in Universal Soldier.
No, you need to see that he's way better shape.
Well, just his head then.
Fine, put the face, like give him the facial hair.
CGI that shit.
Keep the body on it. Alright. Well, the real question is, Martin, what did you think of this movie? Did you have any expectations when you went into it?
I don't know how to put it. I really don't.
Like, did you?
Is greatest something that's coming to mind?
No.
Fantastic.
I could sit there and watch it. I could see why I found people would find it funny.
So if you could sit there and watch it, it's got to be like halfway on our list for you.
It's getting a 1.
I can see why people would find it funny, but I just found it so stupid. Absolutely.
That's what she said, and I was like, "Isn't all comedy like? What, you think everything Jim Carrey does is dumb as fuck?"
Yeah, but
Like,
I can laugh at that. I didn't even laugh through this once.
I didn't laugh properly until like really getting on towards the end, and then I laughed a couple of times.
That's because you'd already become accustomed to the
That's what-
characters.
yeah, that's what I
if
was
you
saying.
rewatch it, you will find it funny from the get-go.
That's what
that's what
Kane
I'm
reckons.
saying. Yeah, it's a movie you have to rewatch because it's so weird off the start that you're not sure what's like going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then it
I
gets
knew
funnier
what
and
was
funnier.
going on. There was a microphone just in there, and he kept glancing
Yeah,
at it. and
so I looked up like a
No,
lot
no,
of
that was
things.
how it was done in old school, low-budget blaxploitation films. Or
Yeah.
whatever they-
So the microphones, because
Blaxploitation.
they just hired people who didn't know how to handle microphones,
Yeah.
so they would just drop onto set.
Mhm.
And also, they didn't retake the shoot, like retake the scene. So,
Yeah.
like, you got to use what you got.
Yeah, it was because I was looking up all the things they were paying out, all the weird names, all the do's, all the stupid scenes.
Hair is on point.
It's pretty good.
Like, it's what do you even? Let's just bring up a list of the best quotes, and we'll pick our favorite 2 quotes out of the list.
Okay.
Because it's the kind of movie that you have to watch. Nothing we say is really gonna do it justice.
I feel like I got a new favorite insult out of it, but I can't ever use it.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
You can.
Because
What about the
it's
boy?
bad.
He doesn't know what he's saying. He's like, I don't have to know. It sounded something like this, like some game shit.
So what's this insult you got from it?
Moon cricket.
Moon cricket.
Moon cricket.
Go on, explain to him what a moon cricket is.
So the president's wife calls him a moon cricket. And I was like, ooh, what's a moon cricket? Is it like a mole cricket? Like, they're cute. And I look it up and it's like a racial slur. And it's what they used to call the slaves that sing under the moonlight. And I'm like,
Moon
That's
crickets?
so
Because like,
sad.
out at night, the crickets
yeah,
make
they
the
make
noise.
noise at night.
Yeah.
And I was
It's
like,
stupid.
that's fucking terrible. But I laughed about it for ages because I was so shocked that it wasn't a cute little cricket. Like, I was like, oh, it's still an insult. I was like, oh, a bug. But no, it was not a bug. Yeah. I also, like, I did appreciate, like, when he's telling the story about the little Chinese guy and he starts off being like Thai and then Vietnamese and then he ends on Chinese and just sticks to Chinese. I'm just like, all right. Doesn't matter what he is, I guess.
Little Chinese eyes burned right into my stomach, deep into my soul.
Yeah, so when I was reading about like blaxploitation, what is it, films? Yeah, like they were just kind of made for black people, but they were given no budget, no nothing. They were shitty as fuck. For like, I almost want to go back and watch some of these to see how bad they really were.
We should watch a
Because
couple.
a lot of these things I was watching, these jokes are just taken from like what you've seen in this movie was like in a black exploitation movie at some point. The cameras of the shocking, the sound effects, the cuts you can see.
What about when he walks into the, I don't know if it's a whorehouse, I don't know what it is.
Oh,
you want to call it?
With the girls.
Yeah.
He's their pimp because they're
No, he's not the pimp. They haven't
don't-
seen
they
their
don't-
pimp in a
yeah,
long
they don't
time.
have a pimp,
but
and he's
he's
looking-
collecting money for
yeah,
them. He's basically their pimp, but they don't say that. It's fucking funny. He's looking after us while we don't have a pimp.
like they keep doing the scenes with that girl where she's like trying to be sad, and like the tears there in one scene, and
Oh
the
my
tears
God,
gone,
it's so
and then
bad.
the tears back there again.
That was so irritating to me. Like,
It's like they filmed it out of order.
Just the horrible acting.
Yeah.
Like the
but I
thank you,
see
Black
that so
Dynamite.
much in movies, like recent movies where you can tell that they did stuff and had to keep doing takes, and then
Yeah.
the first take was good, but they cut that, and
And then they mix it
yeah,
around.
so
and
there'll
shit.
be like a strand of hair down from a bun in one scene, and then like in the next second it's up, and then it's down, and then it's up, and I'm just like, fuck you, like fix the hair.
There was the reusing of scenes with the China guys. That weird ugly in the background.
But
just
it's all on
standing there.
purpose.
Yeah.
Like I like when he's with the hard ass chick, the chick that plays hard to get, and then she just sleeps with him. But she's in the it wasn't a whorehouse. What is it called?
I don't know. It's like the girls' crib. Where do the girls for the like pimp stay?
I don't know.
Anyway,
The pimp lair.
and then the chick comes out, and she's like, "You say this to all the chicks," and
You
then he
know,
just
yeah.
explodes at her.
Completely out of character.
Yeah, it was so
Just
good.
and then there's like he's like 10 seconds of just looking into nothingness until she's gone, and then goes back into character.
It's so good.
It would have been so fun to do. I think it took them less than 2 months to do this movie.
Goes.
All the girls that you saw in the sex scenes, they were all porn stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can remember anything else.
You wake up the other bitches.
Did you recognize any of the pimps?
Not really.
One of them's the friend in Coming to America. Not Akeem. Is it Akeem? No, the other one. The friend that goes with him anyway.
Yeah.
the black guy. Two of them were from Life, the movie with Eddie
shit.
Murphy.
What about when he comes in and tells the pimps that they can't do drugs? He's like, but
Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite. That's all I like. I only
That's
do
the drugs
this.
for the community. There's so many. I don't know what audience would you like recommend this to, because Martin doesn't like it, Melissa doesn't like it.
Children.
I don't dislike it.
Children for sure.
It's the same. It's not. I don't like it. It's just I wouldn't recommend it to people. I wouldn't
But
watch
like,
it again though.
who, like, what kind of humor would
Racist.
Racist.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
like,
like
parody humor.
not bad racist. Just like, people that laugh at
It's-
racist
no,
jokes.
it's racist satire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
I think is the best way to put it.
I'd recommend it to black people that are racist.
All right.
I'd recommend it to white people that are racist. But see, I don't even think it's racist. I think it's on the same level of parody as, like you said, Kung Pao.
Yeah.
Exactly the same level as Kung Pao.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you're in for a
That's
treat.
got to be someone's power play.
I haven't watched that in
Do you
so
like
long.
Kung Pao?
I wonder if it's-
Yes.
You like Kung Pao,
See,
but you
yeah,
don't
I know.
like
How
it.
can you? It's like, what? In Kung Pao, he can fucking party and drive with the weird night animals.
Look, it's different.
It's because you watched it when you were young.
Probably.
If you had watched this when
Probably.
you were young, you probably would have found it funny.
Probably.
You're saying you don't like the fact that when they're like playing in the park, a really awkward love romantic
I
scene?
loved that, and you hated it.
It's so fucking awkward.
I know, it's like deliberately cringy, and like cringe is my weakness. Like sometimes I can't even bring myself to watch it. Oh, fuck.
I was immediately like, Kane, chase me in the park. And he's like, fuck off. And I'm like, Kane, it's nearly my birthday. Chase me in the park.
What about the girls? They're like, my mom says my daddy's name is Black Dynamite.
That's a common name.
Hush up, little girl.
So bad. The fact that his name is actually Black Dynamite and his mum calls him Black Dynamite. And
little Black Dynamite.
I am 18-year-old Black Dynamite, and you're my 16-year-old brother.
Jimmy.
And then clarify everything. So dumb.
There was one
So
scene
funny.
that I had in mind where I was like, I must mention this scene, and then I let it go, and I just can't get it back.
Just
Is
bring
it
up
to-
some quotes,
Is
Kane.
it to do with the Asians?
I don't know what it's to do.
Oh, wait, you've got it on image quotes. Ugh.
Easily my favorite. What?
Bloody, when he's like, did anyone see that? Did everyone see that coming? Or
Oh,
did anyone see that coming? I mean, did anyone see where that came from? When the guy's giving the speech about how when he goes home, he's going to settle down, have a family and everything.
And then gets killed.
And then instantly dies in a really brutal way. It's like the minute you see a side character do like a big speech and
Yeah.
like get camera time, you're like, they're dead.
Yeah.
And yeah, did anyone
Right.
see that coming?
What
And
about just the
where it came
montage
from?
to take out the main antagonist of the movie?
Ugh,
They're building up, like, when he killed his brother.
Annoying.
And then it's just this montage of him, like, carrying him away in a helicopter, drops him off a cliff, and then laughs fucking psychotically all the way back to the home base.
So
What
weird.
about how he's just like his friend? He gives him something, and then he's in the helicopter. And
Oh,
he
cream
jumps up.
corn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then it explodes. He's like, cream corn, no!
I was like, what do you expect?
I know.
How about the fact that everything is out of character in this movie? Like, there's so many scenes, but how they figured out what Anaconda malt liquor is.
That's
Oh,
so
that was
funny.
stupid.
It's so funny.
I feel like we should play that for the podcast, just so people can hear that one exchange.
I was listening, like watching it, listening to it. I was like, where the fuck are they going with this?
The fact that I worked out where it was going as they were doing it, I'm like, oh no.
How long did it take you before you figured out? Because it's pretty random as fuck until
Yeah.
it gets to, like,
Basically, the end.
Basically,
yeah, little or something
from
like
the
that.
minute it got to
Or snake.
Anaconda.
Yeah, Anaconda.
I was like, no, come on. And I was like, no, it's going in a different direction. It's not going to be, no, it's about shrinking dicks. All right, whatever. Like,
Did you see it going when you went in? He just had his penis out.
that was so funny. I thought, imagine being the guy and being like, yeah, I'm in that Hollywood movie. I'm the guy with the tiny penis. Like, and then they kill me.
Well, that seems so
They-
much. Do
it's
you
a
want to
mercy
go
killing.
on?
It's a mercy killing.
It was so little. Why was it out? Like, why was it out?
He's probably like, it's shrunk, and he's looking at it, and he's like, no, and then he's just lost his mind.
Because he wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, he was fucked.
And the camera just keeps zooming in.
I know.
It looked like a puff dog. You know, little pastry things, little pig
It
in a
was
blanket.
it was a flesh-covered pacifier.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Did you look that up? What
Yeah.
they used?
Yeah, I looked up all the facts on the movie.
That's disgusting. That made it worse for me somehow. I wish it was just an actual dick.
Flesh covered pacifier.
Look, spoilers. Like, I don't know why you listen to this if you haven't watched the movie, but you have to watch the movie. The main plot is just shrinking black people's dicks.
Yeah.
What other movies?
But it was only found out as a side effect to trying to find a way to enlarge white penises.
No, it was Asian penises.
Oh, no, you're right.
It was the Asian penises, and the white people got hold of it
Yeah.
because they found out the side effects that it made.
Yeah.
So they sold it to the black people.
Yeah. Hey, look, he's schooling me on the fucking plot.
Like, who thinks of this?
They did. He did. That's why I love this actor so much, because he was one of the writers of the screenplay, the story itself.
Yeah, he's the one who gets to be shirtless the whole time and touch a lot of porn stars.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
had to get something for his fucking $1 million or whatever it was.
Yeah, this didn't take $1 million.
It
The
was
costumes were like carpets from op shops. And then he had a wig on everyone. Some of them were like, oh yeah, that's a good wig. And some of them were like, that's meant to be a bad wig. Okay, that's crooked.
The worst
like...
one. The worst one is the guy.
That one in the corner there?
No, the one who speaks up to him. Out of all the pimps, there's only one of them, the young one who speaks up to him.
Yeah.
He's got like the moustache on and the beard, and that was terrible. Like, that one you could clearly see was stuck on.
I don't know why some were meant to look real and some were meant to look like fucking trash.
Probably because the way it was.
Yeah.
Look at how they made her look. The president's wife.
Yeah.
I love when she just hangs off his leg and she keeps shuffling closer to get the right angle. Like, it's just
How about the fact
so
he
cringe.
apologizes for hitting her?
Yeah, and she's like, but I tried to kill you, Black Dynamite. And
But
it's
you
like,
didn't.
yeah, I know, but
You didn't
You
connect.
it's so bad.
It's so good. Also, the guy who played Nixon.
Yeah, if you did hit me, I would have been justified.
It seems like someone I've seen before play the same. Like, play him.
Oh no, it was just that when he got the role, he practiced with nunchucks, like up until.
Oh, really?
That's why he could kind of use them. Oh my god! When he first pulls out the nunchucks and he's spinning them around, he's like blinking his eyes because he doesn't want to get like hit in the face. Oh my god! Fucking love this movie so much.
I know you do.
I know you do.
It connects with me on so many levels. I've watched it so many times.
Parody is like, it was from a time when parody wasn't quite oversaturated yet, as well.
Like, if I think I was to watch Wayne's World again, like, I think that's like one of the original parody movies I absolutely love.
Wayne's World is a parody of what?
Of so many things.
It's literally, there's like a Jurassic Park scene, or the Terminator one.
Yeah, they do lots of parodies. It's not a parody of one movie.
Yeah.
They do
Okay.
parodies in it.
Okay. So like Scary Movie.
Yeah, but
Not
not as
but not
full on.
themed.
Yeah, not as full. Like, it's like this one, as it's got a story.
Okay. Might watch it one day.
Yeah, it's got its own original story. Well, as original as it can be. And yeah, scenes will be tacked on. They could be completely taken out and it wouldn't detract from the actual story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. See, this is the problem with comedies, is I can go through how much of the funny shit there is, but people need to watch it to do it justice.
That's why I was saying we should pick out a couple of our favorite quotes.
I can
So
tell you
just
right
get a list
now.
of the
I can
quotes.
tell you right now, my favorite quote is from this movie. It's, haha, sucker, I threw that shit before I walked in the room.
That was good.
Because it's such a dumb scene.
What hits him though? A shoe?
It's the fucking, no, the boomerang blade thing, wasn't it? Or the knife. I just love how it just like comes out of nowhere.
Because it
just-
cuts off his hand,
It's
doesn't
so
it?
convenient for the scene.
Yeah. I threw that before I got in the room.
I think
It's
actually when
so
it got to that Asian base, that's probably when the movie like is one of the funniest parts of it.
Actually, I like when the main like Asian bad guy is there, and then the guy just comes and stands next to him, And it's almost like, I know he's not, and it's part of it, but it feels like the guy breaks character, and he just looks at him. He's like, "What the fuck? Like, go, keep an eye out for him." Like, I love that.
Oh, that sounds like he pokes his eyes out.
Yeah.
Can you see where I'm coming from, you jive motherfucker?
It's so dumb.
And like that Asian guy, Dr. Wu, he's never breaks character up until he starts getting beaten by Black Dynamite.
Oh, I know.
And he throws the knife like a dickhead and runs off.
That is so funny, the knife throw.
I forgot about that fight. That's great.
What about shaking the orphans?
Oh my god, I always forget about shaking the
I
orphans.
brought that up to Kane. That was one of my favourite scenes. Because just how naturally she's like, we've already tried that.
Yeah, I
Shake
told
the
you we've tried
poison out of
everything.
Black Dynamite, stop. We've already tried that.
What about when he's like rolling that fake donut? Like it's supposed to be the donut that's
Oh
got
my
the guy
god,
in
that
it.
scene is so weird.
With the like fake hands and shit in it. It's so
Is
bad.
that the chicken and no, what was it?
Chicken and donut and
Oh,
chili.
Donuts and chili shop.
Yeah.
Well, the girl goes in to get something to eat, and then there's like a donut mascot guy, and all of a sudden, like Black Dynamite comes in and shoots him, and he's just holding like a fucking machine gun.
Yeah, like one scene it's just the donut with two hands and bullet holes, and the next scene it's the donut with two hands, bullet holes, and a giant like fucking machine gun. It's just like, really? Is this what we're doing?
And then the cars pull up to take him out, and he just rolls the donut guy out there.
And it's the worst
I
thing.
don't remember that scene
You
for some
don't?
reason.
It's such a. Well, I forgot about it too until you put it.
Because that was like reasonably early on to the point where I was just like, oh, this movie.
That's where they have that guy who's like, what is it? Maybe it just isn't right. Chili and donuts. And then later on, when they're figuring out,
yeah.
he's like, chicken and waffles, yes, and runs off out of the fucking diner.
Yeah, because he wants an idea on a new cafe thing.
Yeah.
Chicken and waffles is such an odd idea to me.
I think that's actually
That's
a thing,
actually
though.
no. That's
I
what that was
know.
the payout to. Is it's like a thing.
It's such an odd thing though.
Chicken
I'm
and
like,
waffles.
but why? I mean, I'll eat it. Fuck, it's got chicken in it. I'll eat it. But
Well,
Wait,
you eat bacon and waffles.
is it with it or just like next to it?
no,
It's
on
next
it,
to
like,
it, and some
with
like
it.
you cut some and eat the bacon at the same time as eating the waffles.
Yes.
I'll have to
It's
have
not.
a good waffle
Like
someday.
the saltiness of the bacon complements the sweetness.
Because
of
you're
the
meant to
waffle.
have it with maple and stuff, aren't you? So weird. So weird.
Some people actually have it. For me, it crosses the line putting it on top of the waffle.
Mhm.
That's too far.
Too far, man.
Have it next to it, and I can choose to stab it with my fork, and then stab a piece of waffle with my fork. Don't put it on there.
You want the option.
Yeah. I love options. Alright, so everyone's got to choose 2 of these unloading quotes.
Is your internet down?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's not yet.
That
Okay.
went down today.
Alright.
Bloody wherever you live.
They're not quite.
Why are these? This is literally just quotes.
This is literally the script.
Yeah, this is the script. This isn't funny.
This isn't funny.
Well, it was just lines from the movie.
I'm running.
I'm running things. Fucking cream cone.
Oh my god. When he just
You see
went
where
on
I'm
and
coming
on.
from, you jive motherfucker?
When he went on and on about how orphans were children without parents,
I thought-
like parentless children, and he just kept repeating the same thing but twisting it slightly. It's so annoying. God,
You found that annoying. The whole movie's annoying.
Oh, hush, little girls. Lots of cats have that name.
That was when they were saying about his parents. Their
Yeah.
mum saying that dad was.
Black Dynamite. Why Black Dynamite? Why?
How is fucking was it Dr. Wu? You going fucked up now? Oh, you diabolical dick shrinking motherfuckers.
you just.
Ain't nothing in the world get Black Dynamite angrier. Go down.
What was it?
Then some jive ass sucker dealing smack to the kids. That's when he gets mad and goes and sees the pimp say,
Yeah. It's all about the kids.
Yeah, I was just reading that one myself.
read that one, Gain.
That was so
Oh,
weird.
That's the guy that was from Life. It's that one role. Oh my god.
I still can't believe that this semi-famous actor
Can you dig it?
appreciates the fact that you watched and liked this movie.
I looked up. He was like tweeting about Black Dynamite afterwards as well.
Did he really?
Yes, I don't know if he's just likes to talk about characters or it was like a reminder.
Oh, that's
But you do realise he's
cute.
also done the voice of Black Dynamite in the series.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's been an ongoing gig for him.
Well, no, it only had 2 seasons.
Yeah, but it wasn't just this one movie.
Oh yeah, I know. It was. This is just as much a character.
And how long ago was the Black Dynamite cartoon?
It would have been after this, so it would have been like 2000.
Well, no shit, it was after this.
11 or 12. Could have been before. People make comic books.
Dynamite.
It's funny because it actually
Dynamite.
got like decent ratings and shit.
It wasn't that decent.
Decent
It was
ratings.
more decent
No
than you would
way.
expect for something that didn't even break even.
That's pretty great. That's better than some of the high stuff we've rated.
Yeah, like that's.
I feel like it didn't even show in a cinema, but it was so good it still
Oh,
made
I looked up-
300,000 in cinemas.
it was only showed in 40 or 70 cinemas or something like that.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, it wasn't like, you know, Endgame, which was in 5,000 cinemas or some shit.
But the cartoon went from 2011 to 2015.
There you go.
Oh,
It was
okay.
2 seasons.
There's only 2 seasons though.
Did they just
Ah.
take a long time each episode, or did they release it like later on?
Season 1 had 10 episodes, but ranging from 2011 to 2012.
Okay.
And season 2 had 9 episodes. Then 2014, 2015.
Yeah, if anyone likes
So
this,
big
watch
gap.
the cartoon. It's just as funny and it's exactly the same humor.
Yeah. So to him, that's only 4 years ago.
That's
Yeah.
ages. In 4 years, he's been busy.
Well,
Yeah.
he's been busy. You should look. He's got a shitload of shit on his filmography or whatever it's called.
Mm.
Like a crazy amount.
Michael Jawa.
He just keeps doing shit.
He was in
That's right. He
Spawn.
was Spawn. Yeah, I loved him in Spawn.
Look at his upcoming stuff.
Wow.
Primer.
This man's booked.
Oh my god, they're doing an Undercover Brother too. I love the first one.
They've already done it technically.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. He's in Arrow.
Is he?
Yeah, he plays
Ben Turner.
A small
like
small
uh,
The
recurring
Bronze
role.
Tiger.
yeah. He's like Wolverine. He fights with blades on his hands. Oh, he's in Triple Threat. I gotta watch that. That's only just came out on Netflix.
Yeah, I want to watch that. His name is
It's-
Devereaux. Okay.
But keep reading, and you're like,
Ow.
what are these things? I
Excellent
gotta watch
man.
some more.
Accident.
Accident
Man.
Man.
Getting
Dragged
women
across
pregnant.
concrete, making a killing.
Oh my god, SWAT Under Siege.
Cops and robbers.
SWAT's in like that movie I watched ages ago, and they've done another one.
Chocolate City Vegas Strip.
Oh, I love Never
The
Back Down.
Crooked Man.
Chocolate City.
The Crooked Man?
Never back to. Oh, I know that one.
That's the not the first one because he's not in the first movie. He's in the second movie,
Yeah.
and then they do a third one completely dedicated to him.
Okay.
So like he just took over the franchise.
The Asian Connection. Greedy Greg.
Asian Connection sounds familiar. There's probably a billion movies named that. Black
Skin Trade's a
Dynamite
good
TV
one.
series. For better or worse. Skin Trade. Falcon Rising. Android Cop.
Mortal Kombat Legacy.
Metal
Oh yeah, he's
Hurlant
Kane. No.
Chronicles?
Jax.
Jax. Yeah, he's really good too.
What is that? Metal Hurlant Chronicles. It's
Greetings.
2 years.
Never heard of it.
Feds, Somebody's Child,
He was in a Nicki Minaj video.
The Philly Kid, Freaky Deaky. What's
Ew.
Freaky Deaky?
I don't know.
Tactical
almost any of
Force.
these.
He's in Batman, The Brave and the Bold, so he must have done a voice.
He's
Yeah.
in the Dark Knight as well.
He played Gambit. He got that horrible scene I always hated in the movie because you never saw blood or anything.
It says Gamble, not Gambit.
Is it? Oh, Gamble.
One Angry Juror. Mortal Kombat Rebirth. Why did I get married to? He did. Why did I get married somewhere? And
Yeah.
then why did I get married to? But
Yeah,
it's
he's
spelled
done a-
T-O-O.
He's done a couple of
High
rom-coms.
Budget.
That's so annoying.
House of Pain. Getting Played. Clubhouse. Justice League. He does a lot of voice acting, I think.
He's done a bit of it.
Static Shock, Silverhawk, Hotel, Justice, Pandora's Box, Soul Food, Boston Public. That one I know, but I never watched it.
Jag.
The Bus Stop,
NYPD.
Thick as
Martin,
Thieves,
the TV
Spawn.
series.
Well, Spawn's actually a big one.
Saved by the Bell. What?
NYPD Blue.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Military
Turtles?
Policeman 2.
Toxic Avenger.
That's his first thing.
Toxic Avenger Part 2 was his.
How skinny would he have looked then?
Nah, he was always he's a big man.
No, he wasn't. In Universal Soldier, he looks skinny as fuck.
Say that.
Yeah, like he's a big skinny man. He's probably
He's
probably 80 kilos,
He's-
but he's still skinny.
He's so jacked.
Not compared to now.
Also, I'm pretty sure that height is wrong.
What's the height?
It says
6'1".
6'1".
There you go. Skinny.
I think he's smaller than that.
No.
He's Spawn. Spawn was huge.
He's not. The
He's not actually Spawn.
Alright, regardless. Why is that?
I need to watch more of his stuff.
He's got good action movies. Definitely want to watch Blood and
Got to watch some of his TV movies.
No.
Yeah, I love him, and I'm not gonna watch him.
Nah, I'll watch it. He's one of those actors I like his action so much. I'll watch almost like any of his stuff, as long as it's not to do with him using guns or anything like that. I want to see him fighting and doing like cool stunts and fight scenes. Why are you looking at me like that?
What?
I said I didn't want to see him use guns, and he glared at me.
I'm not glaring.
You
I'm just
fucking
looking.
glared at
I'm
me.
looking.
Yeah, I want to see guns. You know how I feel about guns.
And then he just like does a pose like, look at these guns.
It's true.
Well, so how are we even going to attempt to score this critically
How are we gonna
when
fuck Mary
everything
Kill?
is how he wanted it to be?
Kane just wants to fuck Michael Jai White.
Really do.
He's gonna have to tweet it to him.
See.
Look,
I want to fuck you.
this is getting critical the same way that
I always hope he
The
doesn't
other thing
listen to this.
I hope he does. We're gonna tag him. We're gonna share it on Twitter.
Oh God.
We're gonna share it on Twitter. I keep wanting to say the thing, but I'm not going to.
What thing?
You know what thing?
Oh, you were like, I love your work, you little moon cricket.
Yes! It's so bad. It's not funny. Like, I've got to understand it's like a really actually bad thing. It's not just a funny little ha-ha.
Joke.
It's not.
It's jokes. It's funnies.
It's not.
But
I
certain
can't call
don't-
people moon
I like
crickets.
the idea that he can laugh about it
Yeah.
and joke about it. I don't like when people can't joke about a subject.
Mm-hmm.
I practically will joke about any subject, regardless of how inappropriate it is.
Practically, huh?
Well, there must be something I won't. I just can't think of it.
We'll find it.
All right.
We'll push those boundaries.
I think we already had this discussion, didn't we?
Yeah, no,
what
but
could
this
offend
is
us?
yeah, but this isn't like any other comedy we've tried to rate critically, because you can usually go, they could have used like, I don't know, better acting. He wanted it to be like bad acting, so that wouldn't have helped
51? Oof.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
All right, Daddy.
it.
Michael Daddy White.
Alright, BBC Daddy.
Until he drinks that anaconda malt liquor.
So, yeah, I had some of that too, didn't I?
Damn that liquor.
Alright, well, let's go with what was your least favourite scene?
Ah,
Really
I
hard.
don't know
forgot.
if I
I
can
had
really
one
pick
in
one.
mind.
You know what? For cringe, just for the cringe of it, the
no.
park.
Yeah, the park.
I still love it, but it's the cringiest one for me.
Then it follows up with funny parts. Like,
I do like this first scene.
Fucking love the first.
I love the first scene.
I don't know what it was. I just couldn't. Don't like it.
I'm going back to the streets
It's
from
where I
whence
come
I came.
So English. It was a payout to Broadway or something like actors.
Shakespearean.
Shakespearean actors.
Oh, yeah.
that So that would lose character all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like break character, forget their accents and stuff.
Mm.
I really can't remember what my least favourite scene was, and it was something that annoyed me so much, and now I can't think of it. Fuck.
I thought you hated the montage. What about with Chicago Wind? The whole time he's like looking back while he's driving, and it's clearly like turning corners. And
I know. He does all this awesome driving without looking, and then goes off the side of a fucking thing. It's so stupid.
No, I don't know. I can't remember. This is why you don't take medication with calmatives in it before you do things.
Jesus.
You have to shake the poison out of you.
You're gonna have to. We got another one to do after this.
Shake her. Shake her good.
Alright, I'll go favorite then. What's your favorite?
Favorite scene. I have so many like fun scenes that I enjoy. Like
Almost
really,
the whole
like,
Asian thing.
Martin hates that intro. I love that intro.
Yeah, I know.
I thought that was great.
As much as I find that the build up to where they found the anaconda,
Yeah,
as much as that's annoying, that's still
That-
probably the best.
Yeah.
that is
that's
that's
the
a great
best.
scene.
That must be the best one.
For me, it's the anything to do with the whole Doctor Wu. Just the what does it make the penis shrink down to the size of a snapping turtle?
That's
I
Daniel.
forgot about that line.
What about when he hits him with his own hand? It's so bizarre.
And then he lights him on fire.
I know.
Yeah, that whole segment, just like taking the guy's eyes, fucking throwing the thing before he walks in the room. The whole fight itself. We actually got good martial arts in that fight.
Yeah. Mine is the shaking the child. That's good.
The orphanage.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. I tried to shake my kids to get something out of them.
You gotta shake them harder.
The kid just comes up to him and is like, asks for smack.
Yeah, no, he's like, I'll put these honeys out on the street or something. I'll get you your bread.
So cringe.
I completely forgot about when he first gets the call and he's like training and like
I know.
killing them.
Oh, that's right. Because after he finishes, he's like, actually, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, just like, he's just cool about it.
And when like the aunt rings him,
Everybody out. I'll see you tomorrow.
I told you not to interrupt you in my kung fu.
But I'm doing my kung fu.
All right. Who's the hottest? Who's the least hottest? And who do you want gone?
Want them all.
I don't really want to fuck anyone.
How can you not pick Black Dynamite?
Maybe that creepy looking guy over there, played by Richard Dino.
You really the one? Oh my god, the car. That is easily one of the best scenes
Which one?
where the thug tries to get away in the car, but he opens the door, sits in the car, and then can't close the door.
Oh
It's
yeah,
caught on the sidewalk.
I love
grass.
that. I was
He
like,
looks out the window and
that
sees him
happens
doing that.
all the time.
Don't you hate that though?
Or when they first pull up and they're like trying to shoot at him, the car's like not in park. He's like, let's put it in park. Those are the most relatable scenes.
It's like they'll fuck ups and they just left him there.
Because it worked better.
Yeah. I think that's the whole movie. They just filmed it. It's like, fuck it. Doesn't matter how it works out. We're just going to use that scene.
Yeah, one of the rules was like, there's no takes in this. It's just one continuous film. Just, it doesn't stop.
And then how they did Bad Boy Bobby.
Different director for every
Yeah, was there
scene.
different directors?
No,
Yeah, I know. What the fuck is that?
I'm,
Who does movies that way?
I honestly can't pick in this.
Well, I want the doctor to go because I hate him. Not Dr. Wu, the actual doctor that treated him.
Yeah.
You remember him? Black Dynamite.
Yeah, he
I love
catches
that
him
guy.
with the nurse.
He's
Funny.
funny as fuck.
Catches him with the nurse, and he's just like, no, what have I told you?
Tisk, tisk, tisk kind of thing. It's just like,
It's so
I
weird.
do like the, what is it? 3 inches to the left or hit your heart. It's like 3 inches to the right would have missed my black ass. Is twice in a year bad to be shot at?
I suppose, especially when he's not in the CIA
Well, he got
anymore.
shot, not shot at.
True.
I'm assuming he got shot though.
Oh, the best scene is easily how he defeats the agent. when the guy's got the gun on him, and he's like, "Huh," and makes it look like he took a shot,
Oh yeah.
and then pulls up his gun and shoots him afterwards.
That's so good.
I don't
It's so
remember
scummy.
this. Wait, what?
You don't remember?
So when the agent finally finds him, his old friend, and he tells him about how he tipped off about his brother, and Black Dynamite's standing there in the warehouse with him, and then just goes, "Ugh," and lays down like he got shot.
He pretends to get shot, and he falls.
The
back
agent
onto
looks
the ground.
around and then just lifts up his gun and shoots the agent.
That's a good idea.
It's so
It's a
clever.
really good idea.
I remember watching it and just being like, "That's a really fucking good idea."
That would get people.
It's so clever. Oh yeah. All right.
To think of it at the right time, though.
Well, he did name it
You
because
named
there was
it?
the pie on the windowsill. Was the
Oh, I
the
know. It's
bear.
like, oh no, he got me with the this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything they do, he's done before, and he has a name for it.
Yeah, it had a really weird name. I can't think of it, but it was something weird.
I watch this movie. All right, let's critically do this.
It's hard. How do you critically do that? Like,
I
how?
would put it probably in the same vein, I guess, as
We haven't done a parody.
Monty Python was a parody.
Yeah.
Well,
But you were so
Yeah, but
harsh
they
on Monty
could have
Python.
used more budget.
that's the
This
thing
guy
is
did
that's
it.
why I keep making the argument with Fifth Element and Monty Python is they wanted more budget.
They
and
probably
could've-
did for this too.
When I was reading it, he was happy. He was
I'm
absolutely
pretty sure
ecstatic.
he just made the movie he wanted.
But they were pretty happy with Monty Python as well. They got sponsored by huge famous people.
They also had to get
You can't keep arguing about the horses.
no. They also had to get uni students to fucking be actors.
Yeah, but that was for fun. That was like, hey, who wants to be in a movie and do dumb shit?
Yeah,
That
but
was part of it,
Do you
though.
think they would have liked to have done more scenes?
No, I
and more
don't.
Things?
I don't think they wanted
think they
anything
would've.
else. I think it was part of the fun of it. It was like, let's get 300 random uni students.
And they couldn't do them finish that movie properly either.
Why?
Didn't have the budget.
Yeah, they didn't know
Finish it how?
the Grail was in a pawn shop or something, which sounds like the funniest ending.
Yeah, but they wanted to do the whole thing differently. They wanted to go to Harrods and they changed their mind. They decided to go with the murder thing instead.
Isn't that because they didn't have the money?
Yeah,
I thought it was just they went in a different direction.
isn't that why the movie cuts there? Like they did the police thing and then they ended it.
Oh well, that's a different
No.
movie anyway.
Yeah, that's a different
No,
movie.
so critical.
I don't know how to start on this
I
because
reckon
he made the movie he wanted, and you can't pick on it because you don't know if it was intended or not.
yeah.
How do you pick on anything?
Guess you have to almost do it in a different kind of way. I guess. Look,
You can
the
rate it
acting.
based
No, wait,
on
what
the
was the
humor.
acting was what it was intended to be. I always see this as acting as did they play their character?
I feel like some
I
of them
haven't
weren't
seen
good.
enough blaxploitation movies to say they did a great homage to it.
Yeah.
What?
So
When you say black, whatever,
Blaxploitation.
is that like
like
black
exploitation and black people.
It was
basically.
what the old shows were, like black TV shows were. They weren't supposed to be funny. This is a payout of so many fuck
how
ups.
bad quality
Yeah.
they
So I was
were.
putting this into the same sort of comedy as like Friday and Barbershop and stuff like that.
I don't know what those movies are.
Friday, really? Oh, that's like an old one. Like,
You don't
The
know.
Barbershop.
no, I don't know the barbershop.
Barbershop's Ice Cube. Friday is Ice Cube again.
The way you said, I was like, wait a minute, Chris Tucker and Ice Cube.
Yeah, it's Chris Tucker I knew, but the main character is Ice Cube. I was trying to remember.
Oh
who it
wait,
is.
and the big bully in Friday is the president from the Fifth Element.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's really weird.
It's weird now that I think about it. Why wasn't Ice Cube in the Fifth Element? I was thinking this. All right, acting. The characters were the characters. Do you know what I mean?
I think I'm gonna have to base it purely off of the humor.
Alright, do you want to know what my critical score is? It might surprise you.
Mm.
I was giving it a 3.5
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards.
because it was
kind of
to
Yeah, but
me.
3.5 at this point just feels like it's because you can't think of a good reason not to have it higher, and you can't think of a reason. Not
Well,
to
no.
give
If
it
you
lower.
can't think of a reason to knock it down, I feel like that is
To
that
me-
not good enough?
It was made From what I was reading, they made it to how they wanted. The budget seemed okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the acting was how they wanted it. Everything worked out how they wanted.
Then should it not be
The only reason
much higher?
no, because there's still things where they like the camera, like the boom mics and that you saw.
Yeah,
You saw-
that was on purpose.
Not all of it was.
I would assume it is.
No, some of it was they just couldn't. They didn't want to re-edit. They didn't want to edit it properly. So there are things in there you can take points for, but everything else was the acting was done right. Everything else was good. Audio was done pretty well. So
Some of the audio, some of the fucking music in this movie.
It's losing points for me for I feel like I got where they were going with a lot of the characters, but some of them felt too forced and too.
well, they all seem forced.
They're all,
But some of them,
they're all dramatized like the
yeah,
fuck
but
out
some
of
of them were good at it, and some of them
Yeah.
were like, "Ugh, you're trying too hard." And
No Black Dynamite.
I don't know.
Fuck that
So
guy.
some of the characters rubbed me the wrong way, and sometimes the music and sounds were just too much, and it just didn't feel like it went with it. And I still know what they were going for, but it still was a little bit too over the top.
So hard with this one.
All right. I'm torn
Look, I think anything like
between a 4 and a 3.5.
look, they said moon cricket. The white guy, kept calling them coons, and then died because the other guy gave him too much fucking truth serum.
That was kind of funny actually. Starts just rambling on very instantly too. Didn't give it time to
Code
work.
Kansas. Alright, so I was gonna think, I guess the story wise makes sense.
Sure. Which part of the story? Like which?
Yeah, which
It's
part
basically
made sense?
just
Alright,
revenge.
so-
Which story?
The guy at the beginning is like, the streets are gonna run red with the blood of the people who did this. And
Oh,
blah, blah, blah. Like, that's the story. There's revenge for his brother's death.
yeah, so the story was, I guess,
Yeah, but you didn't really
Plot-
hear much about that afterwards.
yeah, because he's truly the reason why his brother died was from the higher ups, which are actually connected to this, which are actually connected to this.
It's so silly. All the way to the White House.
It goes all the way to the White House. Also, why does the White House only have like 6 people working there for security? And why did one have a rocket launcher?
Just how it is.
Ricky Nick.
Tricky dicky. Alright. I'm gonna settle on
You know, I'm going to. I feel like the
3.75.
best way.
I will type that in.
I want to be able to do it.
I almost feel like critical needs to be close with almost everyone else's because a critical is kind of like an overview of everything.
Hmm.
So I may go. I'll go 4.
Aaron?
3.725. Nah, I'll just go 4.
What was yours, Melissa?
3.5.
Personal? Game's like 5. Now you want to be able to do the 0.25. I was going to go 4.725.
It's a 5 for me.
It's
It's a
a 5.
I will watch this right now.
It's not a 5. You didn't even laugh much.
I will watch this. What do you mean laugh much?
You're laughing
Internally,
internally.
I found this movie so fucking hilarious.
If it doesn't make you laugh out loud,
That's not true.
it's not a 5.
That's not true.
It's
like-
true.
I found myself, Amy asked me a few times while I was smiling.
You're just giggling to yourself because you're like, either you know what's gonna happen because you obviously have watched it so many times.
Yeah.
This is a hands down probably one of my favorite comedies of all time.
All right.
I've never wanted a sequel to a comedy so much.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I'd say 4.5 for me though. I haven't given anything a 5 yet.
Like I thought about, it, I was like, give it a 5, and it's like, would you watch it right now? No, I would not put on the Matrix like straight on afterwards. No, I'm not going to put on The Fifth Element again. No, I'm not going to put on Mad Max like straight away. I would watch this right now again.
Yeah.
All right, well that's fair.
Mine's a 2 because I just probably won't watch it again. But,
Yeah.
like I said, I do see the funniness to it and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I probably would.
Yeah, I do see that they're attempting humor.
Yeah,
That's basically what you're saying.
I can see why you guys like it. I should say.
Alright.
It was meant to be like it is a funny movie.
You were
I just-
giggling at some of the jokes with some of them lines.
All right, when you guys go on about it, it is funny. But when you're watching it,
Gets
to me,
funnier.
it didn't seem. Funny
I'm
at the
telling you,
time.
you watch this. We should all watch this again right now because you watch this with a group of people and it's even funnier.
Yeah, I think it would be more fun watching it a second time. But I'll have to test that theory.
All right, we'll watch it again.
I
right
think
now.
it's probably getting a 3.5 for me. I didn't dislike it. It got better. It had a lot of funny bits where I think about them now and they're cracking me up. Like, I'm like, okay, that was really good.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the difference is between this and like a crap movie is like, instead of a crap movie having 1 or 2 laughs where you're like, okay, that was kind of good. This is like, okay, this is really funny and kind of redeems the parts that weren't funny to me. Like, if you can think of a movie a week after you've watched it and be like, yeah, that was really bloody funny,
Yeah.
then you know that they did something really well. Just the first, like, third of the movie didn't really get me.
It's got some of the funniest parts for me. It really
No, but I will
does.
say the last, like the third act, once it gets to the,
It gets funnier.
it gets funnier and faster,
Yeah.
because.
Yeah.
But I do think that's because you're well into it now and you're more accustomed.
You know the characters and you know what to expect from them. So when he does something that you don't expect, it becomes funnier.
Mm.
It was a lot of eye rolling from me watching this movie. It was kind of like, what are they doing? And then eventually it's like, okay, just go with it. It's fine. It'll be okay.
It will be okay.
So all up, I got a 7.5.
Really?
Not bad.
It came. I just already put it there. Came 9th. So under Groundhog Day, above me, myself, and Irene.
Wow, it pushed
2
Irene
comedies.
out. Poor Irene.
Let me see.
Okay.
That's not horrible. 9th on our list.
No, it's actually pretty good.
It's way higher than I thought.
It's lower than where me and Kane would put it, but
I think crack the top 10.
yeah, I know. But if they rated it the same as us, where would it be?
Oh, it would be probably the
All right.
top, if not.
It got a 9 from Kane and an 8.5 from you.
That's got to be one of my highest fucking scores.
It's Kane's highest, and it's
Oh, no. Mad Max is my highest. And The Matrix.
Kane, you're 8.5 for Mad Max and
There's
oh
9.5.
9.5. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mad Max.
That's because I do think Mad Max and Matrix are critically almost like perfect movies. I can't 100%.
But like, yeah, like,
I
okay,
still-
while he created the movie he wanted to create,
I still think
you
I
still
could
have to
go
give
higher.
credit to the people that aim for the like sky
Yeah.
and still fucking get something really, really good. I like when someone aims really high, higher than you would expect anyone to ever accomplish anything,
Mm.
and actually do a good job. And I feel like that's where, like, Fifth Element, they aimed way higher than they had the right to with the budget they had, and turned out to be a really great movie. Like, that's impressive to me. Like Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Like, for me, actually it's 8.5. It's the same. That makes sense to me. I like that. That's good.
Right then. We
Also, like The Matrix. Like, The Matrix is super high on my list because it was just great in every field.
Oh shit, I didn't even account. I was gonna say we need to account for the time, but the movie came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not like 70s.
Yeah.
I thought this was made around the same time as, like I said, Friday and all that,
Yeah.
which made in '95.
They did say it was hard to keep it looking old,
Yeah.
being in this day and age. I was like, oh yeah, it would be kind of hard, especially when you're trying to shoot
With
outside
digital cameras.
locations.
Digital cameras are crisp and But you would have to add filters on to
But
make
yeah, like, I
things-
mean, even the locations that they were doing it, like they
Oh,
had
true.
to, because when they took it, there's a lot of house shots and outside shots,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh wait, they're in this day and age, they just had to make them look that way.
Shit, yeah, they would have specifically had to look for old houses, all the old cars.
Mm.
Mm.
All right.
Well,
How do we end these things? I can never remember.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.